Well, I'm watching Justine Griffin. Justine Griffin. Griffin. Anyway, we're shopping soundtrack. We're searching for soundtrack contributors. I watched some the raw footage yesterday. In case you didn't know, and I don't know what the title is of this live stream because they like kind of changed the dashboard up, and it has all the same thing when I create the stream key, like title, description. It I scrolled down after creating it, and it still had the same in the box, like the same title I had from like several streams ago. So I don't know if I've been streaming the same title or what's going on. You think that like that's not the worst update I've gotten? My phone. Check this out. So see this right here. Oops. I don't want to share my thing. Just try to keep it on the camera. So anyway, I don't have. They took away the features, which would be up here, of how to change a screen size, how to do it like one by one. Like I can't change the aspect ratio on this thing anymore. Like they took away a lot of my phone features for selfies. Like I can't fit two of them in here, man. I can, but it's just awkward. It is just this is just so freaking awkward. So anyway, I'm from Salt Lake City. They're from Ogden. Uh, I got a film director with zero money. Well, we got a refresher. We got a refresher, but it's not a big Hollywood blockbuster. I mean, it could be a blockbuster. It could be. That means like if it like a lot of people see it. The other ones are bank busters, where you spend hundreds of millions of dollars and nobody sees it. $100 million to sell like 1,000 tickets. The numbers don't add up. Well, the numbers add up and they subtract down also. So we're not that type of production agency. So I was gonna do a cleaning stream. He wants to do laundry, so and also for an actor, writer, director, for like an aspiring Hollywood star, it seems like really camera shy. And I get shot down a lot of my even though it's my money. Still, he's the creative person with well once you get canceled, he's got three people to work with him. You know, the movie we have the Skullinator. I don't want to give names out. Uh, we have Dutch, the nightclub owner. Um, his wife, him, Millie. Yeah, so in the movie told we have five actor actresses, and that's pretty much that's pretty much all we need apparently. So I was viewing the Ruby SpaceX and showing him like we missed the opening. We watched a little bit yesterday because he doesn't only 10,000 subscribers in not a lot still. Uh, so the intro, the special effects, the, we're like Ruby I might be buying Drew some tickets out to come visit you. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, I'm not in the state to travel. We're doing this on the budget. It would be fun, and yeah, it'd just be too much of an inconvenience. I have court things to take care of. Like, so we're trying to do this. We're trying to do this as by the book as possible. Well, I am. He's Probably why you like it, a meerkat. So, so this is what we're getting. If he was here, I wouldn't be doing a YouTube anyway. Oh, just to bend over. Oh, just to bend over, Red Rover. Let's see. Okay, watching a live streamer, watch live streamers. I think this was free. I think this was like a free previews. So I'm so upset. It got a little moisture on it, and well, I have my finger in a lot of different production things. Well, aspiring productions, aspiring comics, reboots of franchises. Yeah, I had a better setup desk. I had like one of those overhead things, and you'd be looking down like the art community. Yeah, I was in Nagasaki for a while. Yeah, that's a Twitch streamer. You ever had worried about like streamers and it's like, I haven't seen a streamer for a while. Whose joke am I stealing? Oh, I think it's a Mitch Hedberg. He has a take on a Mitch Hedberg, talking about when people don't show up to their tickets, their flight, and they're like, "Oh, the party of coming up," and it's like he said, "Don't people get worried when people don't show up?" And like maybe they should send out somebody to look for them. So like when a streamer just like disappears, but then there's so many and it just blends into anyway. Very interesting. So I haven't been in the comic book community. I had comic books. I really enjoyed them, but I was a plot and a mate. You just jump in like that, D? You just directly want to talk to my fans. Shut up. Shut up. There we go. Interior art. Issue number one. Predator versus Wolverine. Wow. Predator versus. Yeah, this is like, what is this? August. Well, August for October. I suppose they send these things to the comic book store owners, and then the owner goes through and like sees which one they're gonna order. Like how many copies? Hallows Eve. Oh, this would have been a good one. Hallows Eve. Yeah, that would be that. Well, this is August, so this was August, so you could have got these in time for Halloween. Hallows Eve. Hallows Eve. The big night. Erica Schultz, writer. Michael Dowling, artist. I'm assuming there's W and A in there. Cover by Ben Harvey. Virgin variant cover by Ben Harvey. Variant cover by Michael Dowling. Oh my goodness. See, I really got upset the other day. I was at a comic book store and I saw this a comic book and I have another issue of it. And it's really good. It was really good. And so I bought it and it turned out it's the same comic book. It just has a different cover. It's the same comic. I thought it was the next in the series. I thought it was gonna be like, I thought it was, oh, the new issue's out. I was like, oh, the new issue's out. And so that's when I bought it. And then I like looking through it. I'm like, wait, this is the same one I just read. And then they had on the back, and these other ones, they have like friggin' 9 covers. Collect all the covers. And sometimes the covers don't even look anything like the art that's inside the comic book. I guess it's a study to see like what covers people will buy, and then the cover artist is the most important. Like all the other panels in the comic book. So anyway, I got a little tear in here. I'm shoving stuff in my backpack. So oh my goodness, I picked this up over at a Tractor Supply Company. Just standing in line looking for things to learn. 7 generations of Unalake Canyon, given the Casco family the grit and savvy needed to survive the 21st century. Colorado. Oh, it's not, I thought it was Montana. Yeah, just the article. I'm practicing weaning myself off the internet. One thing I found out is that internet reading, it's well, keep it short, right? Keep it short, keep it bullet point, keep a numerical list. There's just something about reading on a screen. I think reading on a screen gives people headaches. That's why we have blue light blocker glasses and things like that. So yeah, a little range magazine. I'll put that by my toilet bowl reading. No, you're not worthy. It's a little game. I got this in it was 2021. It was in a mall, like it was in a mall shop, knickknack of oddities. Well, they weren't really oddities, just different. So this is a cards. It's called A Shuffled Story by Edward Gorey. It's really cool because I mean, maybe you might find it cringe, but like throwing down cards and then making a story out of the cards that are laid down. Anyway, you'll have to go find acquire one deck of your own. Not doing a product review right now. Garden Lights. Oops, I missed that. Uh, a couple old Reader Digests. Got these for like less than 10 cents a piece. September 20, 2023, July 2004. They used to pay up to $50 for submitting an article, jokes. It's like a readers submitted magazine almost. Oh my goodness, this is the 2000 July 2004. Almost 24 minus 26. Almost 22 years ago. Cookie Roberts, I forgot that name. Oh, humor in uniform. Oh, that's what RD wants to. Humor in uniform is 50 years old this year. Wow, that means he'll be 72 years old this year. We're celebrating with a contest, see which is the funniest branch of the armed forces. Send us your funny, true military stories, and you may win a free trip to St. Kitts Marriott Resort at the Royal Beach Casino. Let's see the ones you published. Boarding a military transport plane, I noticed hydraulic fluid pouring from the tail section. Pretty normal. Excuse me, I said to a crew member. Do you know the aircraft has a leak? Yep, he said as he continued on his way. Are you concerned? He shrugged. Well, I asked, how do you know when you're out of fluid? When it quits leaking, he answered. Uh, anyway, I was hoping happen to have my Gruski help me with this. Mhm. Let me move the screen a little bit. That way I can see if anybody shows up in my chat. Here's another comic book. The Blood Letter. Yeah, this is the one. August 3 August. It's like, does that mean it's like the third installment? Blood Letter 4. I suppose this was like maybe a 4-issue series. September 2025. Book the book the shop I got this at doesn't have it in. Then again, I don't think there's a whole huge demand for comic books field out here. It's one of the things with the internet and all the internet changes how people do things. The tablet I have is I have one of those tablets like the big one that has the size of a magazine page. And that was one of the big things when I first got these things was cool because I had for reading a book I don't like it. For reading a book for whatever reason, I like the old Kindle, the e-ink, the grayscales, and it seems easier on my eyes. But for colors, but for magazines, those like the tablets are really good. Remember, there's a whole like magazine section. There's a whole magazine like all these traditional stuff, and I'm not even sure how I feel about things because it takes cutting down trees to get one of these. The High County News. Where the heat hits the hardest. Uh, suppose this is to inspire tourism. It's a free magazine that's on these different racks and $5. Maybe it's not a free magazine. Sometimes I forget where I got to get stuff at. I probably got this for like 10 cents at the library overstock clearance stuff. Where would I file this under? This is my biggest problem here is just organizing all a series of stuff. Okay, this is the new one. I haven't read it. And sometimes I don't read all the things. I have a magazine pile over there, like a true hoarder. Got my playbill from what night is this? I know there's a night someplace. Oh yeah, this is a different one. Okay, I thought this was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Raincoat or Dreamcoat. This is actually in Balboa Park has an outdoor amphitheater. It was really interesting. They have plays there, but it's also in the directly under the flight path for planes coming into land at the San Diego airport. And I think they stop. I think they have a queue because they know planes are coming. So the director they have a queue where everybody just freezes. And they'll freeze like 2 minutes as you're because otherwise, as the plane's flying overhead, you won't be able to hear anything that's going on stage. So they'll freeze the production, and you'll hear it's the plane's like about like 2,000 feet and overhead 1,000 feet, and it keeps going. So then they it's still an experience. It's still an experience. So this is from the summer of 2006. Try to do more culturally when I have the opportunities and the money. See, live theater. You could pay for like for one person to go to a live theater. But depends which live theater you're going to. But that type of live theater, maybe it was only $20. Still, it's like people are like, oh man, these apps are streaming out are so expensive. It's like, dude, if you went to see like four movies, four movies at a movie theater, and you're being realistic. If you order candies and stuff, well, that's like a streaming service for one movie. It's a decision people have to make. They don't have to make it. I suppose when you say words like I was giving my friend grief last night for saying everyone, everyone loves it, and he was talking about a show he hasn't seen. Like what? And so you get the like start breaking down what they mean by everyone. It's like three people. All three of my friends who saw it loved it. That's more realistic. That's more than everyone. And this is those are playbills from recent years. And I noticed a lot of them stopped printing them. You go up there and they have a website, and you want to see the because I like looking through it and seeing the names of the actors and the musicians and people who went into it. This is some like civil suits. This away place with my other legal paperwork. I don't think that Hollywood stars really appreciate everything it takes to keep them out going to prison for like. Well, I mean, it's like being an actor is like a professional liar, right? And they're not really a person they're playing on the screen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Flipping through for something to put on in the background. Brittany Murphy at Blockbuster. You had to be there. I forgot who I forgot who Brittany Murphy was. I still don't know who Brittany Murphy is. The name sounds familiar. Oh, 2004. Sorry, it makes for a very boring stream when you're like, you had to be there. She looks all spun out. Yeah, I wasn't watching MTV in 2004. I was a like 1990s MTV watcher. That's why I don't get anything done. I'm supposed to be doing a streaming a streaming thing. And instead, I'm just staring at the television like I normally do. But what I normally don't do is watch pre-produced thing. It's almost all live stream. My entire life, even with your community, is like staring. What are you doing? Like watching live streams. Like you don't see. Some people are so involved in working, trying to do their projects, get a film out, and that they don't understand that really what's controlling the entire industry right now is all the live streamers because it's so easy now just to turn a camera on and having your stuff crapped all over before it even like it even hits the light of day. It's already poisoned well. So apparently the sports collecting is collapsed. I got all these cars for like $7. I mean, if you just base them on weight, even if they only went for like 25 cents, even if these cars only went for 25 cents, oh my goodness. I mean, 25 cents a piece. Nobody wants these things anymore. Well, sorry, Drew. I can't really use nobody if I don't want people saying everybody. Gotta say, you shot. I had no idea that the universe was so big. Bale, Vicky Bale. Is she the one that got blown up by Joker? This Vicky Bale is a star reporter for the Gotham Gazette, a member of Gotham City's elite. Thanks to her busy social life, Bale knows Bruce Wayne personally and grew better acquainted with the notorious Bachelor when he helped take the Gazette online. Oh, they have a story arc where they put the Gazette online. Interesting. Although used to vetting her sources, Bale was duped when she began a romance with Jason Bard. While Bard quickly ascended the ranks of Gotham City Police Department, eventually becoming commissioner. Wait, so does Commissioner Gordon get replaced at some point? Vicky helped his rise, publicizing his heroic deeds. She didn't realize that Bard had a vendetta against the Batman and was using his power to stop the Dark Knight once and for all. Bale finally discovered the truth, and Bard eventually turned over a new leaf, offering an extensive confession for the Gazette to get back in Vicky's good graces. Ooh. See, talking about reusing the same characters over and over. Who is this ventriloquist in Scarface? Huh. Ventriloquist. Anyway. Yeah, this is a huge amount of So I guess it depends. Anybody watch Captain Jenny on Twitch? Does anybody know who Captain Jenny on Twitch is? You can have auditions for roles, but sometimes people don't even know the audition's going on. You gotta let your client know there's an audition for the ventriloquist. What was the other name? Ventriloquist. Oh well. Piece of art picked this up at the local cafe, and and I was able to make contact with the artist and have a little conversation. Court documents. Behavior modification of the mentally retarded. Overview of the IRIS program. IRIS is an old three-story building constructed in 1902. Both the main and top floors have one dormitory room holding about 8 beds each. All three floors have a variety of rooms used as teaching areas. Two of these rooms, known as Day Activity Centers, DACs, contain educational toys and materials. Several other rooms are equipped with materials for teaching specific skills, e.g., use of eating utensils, grooming skills, gross motor skills. Meals are served in a cafeteria in a neighboring building. These facilities are quite spacious by institutional standards. Under normal conditions, this building would house 2 to 3 times as many residents as it currently does as an intensive treatment unit. Oh my goodness. I want to put something to hold the Jesus sold receipt on the floor. See, that's why it's like throwing stuff away. If I had thrown this receipt away, then I wouldn't have a bookmark right now. See? Why don't you throw stuff away? Do you see how fast I found a bookmark for this? Behavior modification for the mentally retarded. This was I spent like $15 plus tax, $14.99 plus tax for this thing. $14. Like you have entire magazines devoted to making. Like who is this? How much money does somebody have to spend to get people to like them? Like how many of these things that? And this isn't the only magazine. I have another magazine. I have another magazine completely devoted to this trailer Swift. Trailer thrift. Yeah. So I mean, who's calling who mentally retarded? Ooh, batteries. Double A. I'm short on triple A. Oh, okay. So I just looked up over YouTube. I see my own channel on YouTube. So it is. It hasn't been, so that stream key title is like an internal thing. So I've been going live just using the same freaking title over and over. And like I said, some of these like updates, I don't know. I just like something on in the background. Oh my goodness, I have to remember I have a club meeting to go to. I have a club meeting to go to in like 2 hours. And then it's a fellowship. This guy keeps me out of bars, not that I go to bars at 3:30 in the afternoon anyway. It's nice, it's something to do. Oh my goodness. Speak of mentally retarded.
And then I remember, oh shit, my friend's on, and yeah, so that's why I will not be subscribing to the long intros. I just won't do it. At least it's just me and my channel. I'm not talking shit. I love their intros. It's absolutely great. But yeah, I'm just thinking of myself as a viewer. When I get the
Yeah, they just stopped
notification, I'll click on the
delivering
notification.
my
I will
utility
click
bills,
on that
so
notification. So yeah, we're gonna try to do that. So we will be updating that soon. But everything's a work in progress, you know.
I guess I could burn
Yeah.
and shred these things.
Julia's crossed
I
out
just haven't been
quarters
doing
and
a
put it
whole
each
lot of
time. I feel like it's
making
getting
stuff.
better. Oh my gosh, are you guys there for the Twitter debate? And not the Twitter debate, but we're talking about getting paid on Twitter and stuff. A few reasons. Let free will as played. Not start talking about something before the majority of people get in there, etc. Yes, hi Louise. So we can kind of hit on the nail. I don't think getting rid of intros is
DFDCSS,
not going to become a thing ever because it does take a few, like it does
protected
take
person,
time for people to come in.
restrained
So if
person,
I start my stream immediately and
Galamandy
then I start talking
Vanilla,
about important updates and things 3 minutes in,
uh,
or I start talking about my day or
restraining order,
whatever, I will say
workplace
90%
violence
of everyone
restraining
is gonna
order.
miss it and they're just gonna ask the same fucking question over and over again. So sometimes I like to do a little warm up and then you can run
Yeah,
free
what
roll fast
happened
and
between
stuff like that.
Sheila
So
and Mandy?
Linky with his wise words, always, always, always. Also, we can hope you're having a great day. So yeah, that warm up chat. I know. What else am I supposed to talk to you guys about? Other than like giving you guys updates of what's happening with my morning and my day. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it around there. And yeah, we'll see. I bet Twitch gonna start
Trailer.
playing into the streamer space system and Twitch will be a lot
Will
shorter.
you?
Probably, or maybe not. Maybe not because you
Oh,
know
look at
you
what's a
gotta
little
give people
mirror.
time to kind of hop in. So. Wendy's coming to Austin, dude. Everybody's coming to Austin, and it is absolutely amazing. You know what's crazy? I saw a clip this morning, and I don't know if it's true. I saw that Archie and Hassan were streaming together. Crazy. And I saw an Archie clip of him saying that he might be moving to Austin. I think that's absolutely insane. Now, I'm the type of person, I don't believe anything until it happens. Talk is talk, you know what I mean? But wouldn't that be so fun? You know, the Austin circle grows, it heals, and it would be amazing. So I saw the clip on Archie's Instagram, I believe. He wants property here in LA. I think that's the best. He can literally travel back and forth to both, and not have to spend a bunch of money on Airbnbs and hotels and stuff like that. He can literally just be bought back and forth. So I think that's amazing. Except for LA, it's very expensive. So how am I doing today, gorgeous? Hello, first time chat. I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much. Because of Bonnie Hunt, I have no idea. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Can we do a triple date? That'd be really cool. Um, Barky Stone up. Buy now, buy now. And here Jules has all the rooms. Not me. Please. I cannot. The room is reserved for me and my pet. That's all I gotta say. Um, who else fits Julian Arthur? Oh,
Oh,
they're already a couple and I'm clueless.
this is my own background check?
Bye,
No,
bye, bye,
I'm
bye,
seeing market.
bye. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's see, let's see.
Okay, it's
What
not
else I
mine.
have to talk to you guys about? It has been quite a few days since I've been live. What has been going on? I'm gonna be honest, not really much other
So
than me
Lone Pine
recharging.
Hill, no, there's no
I
there.
have been crocheting quite a bit, and that's been really cool. I did not know that crocheting was so hard. So that's what I've been doing. I've been crocheting and reading. And I'm gonna be honest, all I want to
Ooh, the Epoch Times. This is the biggest magazine, the biggest newspaper we have in town, apparently. Why the biggest? It's just like the thickest, most pages. The director was commenting how small the newspapers seem to be. Like, you can check it out for a while. Physical newspapers been losing their customers to the internet. And while it's sad, I'm not sure you need that much paper. Ooh, I got Wednesday we have a Bible study. I'm supposed to read a book. I forget which one it is. Completely forgot which book it is. I'll say the Sea of Reeds. This is what year is this one? December 13th, 1959. Presented to. Ooh, this doesn't mind. This is one fun one. I don't know if people like how long you've been reality. Like this live stream is about reality as reality you can get. Oh, multiple blessings. John and Kate. John and Kate plus 8. Oh wow, that's a lot of kids. Like I can't even take care of myself. This is why somebody wants me to take custody of to have children. This is not suitable. That crystal ball might go. That stuff might fall off and like smash him on the head and stuff. So good news, John. You get to keep your kids.
Stop blowing the mic, man. Thank you. My bad. I'm used to having my mic at home where I'm like, hey guys. So, so I appreciate all of my ad watchers out there. But listen, it's at 5 minutes currently. So I don't know what to tell you. I think most of the
Yeah, I
people
can
that
finish
stream
this
on
one
this damn
today.
platform have them at least 10 minutes. So
Like 3 short stories. I was not able to get through these because they're short stories.
either way.
Still jam packed, but whoa!
Thanks so much for the third month. Thank you, thank you.
I forgot what the
We were
first one was
talking
about.
about the Twitter stuff earlier and the Escalade. And I was talking about
Oh yeah,
deleting my
Max
Twitter
Stafford.
because it brings nothing but
Harry
negativity.
Rex, Max Stafford,
Until Cassie told me that
Jake,
she doesn't even tweet, she got paid out. And I said, girl, what?
something.
And we all know that on
Small town
Twitter,
lawyers.
hate and complaining and rage baiting, gets all of the clicks and views. And I think I should just start unleashing my anger and my crash outs on Twitter. I think I should get my crash outs done on Twitter. So that by the time I come on stream, I'm like a happy, healthy individual. And it'll be like the duality of women, like
Like
you
this,
guys
like
are in
this.
my
I
Twitter
bought
and
this
like
at an auto place,
me just cussing
or
everybody
maybe
out and
gas
telling them
station.
how fucking dumb
Anyway,
they
there's a
are.
little suction stand you put in the dashboard, and it's like, well,
This is some
I
healthy
suppose
place
if
where
you
we
you
still
have
have life,
like maps on your
Internet
phone,
used to be my
because now the phone's taking a place of navigation.
what's it
So,
called? My outlet.
so isn't that kind of
Now I
cool?
don't train as much as I used to. Going popping off on Twitter could be my new outlet. And then when I come on the screen, it'll be like, yes. Yeah, Twitter is the new fortune. I definitely do believe it. Uh-oh, there's a monkey game. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, so
Magic.
excited, buddy. We're streaming today. Um, who's your happy place? Yes, it was my happy place. I gotta go back there. I gotta go punch some people in some bags and get punched. So, write articles. Nikita said they will boost this. Do you think anybody writes an article on that damn platform? They're absolutely using ChatGPT. they're absolutely using ChatGPT. And it's a mic go flint. But we watch Foyer Crackle. Guys, that's not healthy. That's not how I know.
Ooh,
There's so
you
many
might,
people in my
if I get
community that
enough
are like,
space
yes,
cleared
I
out, I might
really
hook my,
cracked out today. Today was such
did
a
I
good
do, did
stream.
I
We
play
really
my
had like
keyboard on
3
YouTube
crack
or
outs and it was amazing. It was
probably on
amazing. Well,
YouTube?
they'll go into my Discord and they'll be like,
I played my
you
keyboard on
did that?
YouTube because
You didn't crack out at all. It was
my
cool.
OBS
First of
hadn't
all, I
been
hated
checked.
it. So
I can't remember
the
when I
reason
last
start
streamed.
crashing out about not getting breakfast at the drive-thru and get paid on Twitter. Exactly. I'll just sit there and complain about how they didn't give me like the foresight to branch. And then, listen, I go on Twitter and I fight demons every day, not responding
My
to
dollar.
the
Sweet
idiots
love.
that think they know more about anybody else. But I saw a few comments like that for last stream, a little kind of crazy. I can't like when it comes to Twitter, I can't anymore. I had a Twitter because I thought that it would like I needed it for streaming, and now that I've had one for a few months, I ask myself, has it benefited me
Miley
in any
Bailey
way?
has always
And
had
I
a
still
special
take it
talent
back.
for creating
So I
unique
don't mind making
show-stopping pies
any sponsors that people
until
have
she
like
finds out her great aunt paid the
anything to do
entry
with
fee
that.
to
I
the
don't want
Pine Ridge
sponsors.
Spring Bake Off.
I don't think it's helped
She
me at
shared them
all.
only with
If anything,
friends and
I think
family.
it
Thrust
manifests
into the
hate
spotlight,
and it gives people the ability to hate
Myla
on me more.
is
Considering the fact that I
determined to
have an
prove
account. Does that
everyone,
make sense?
mostly
So
herself, that
yeah,
she has what it takes to
my
compete with
block list is
top-level
forever
bakers.
going on that damn
There's
platform.
only one
Some
flaw in
days
her
we're gonna
plan,
come off. I'll be like, have you guys
not so
like
half-baked
somebody
feelings
asked
she's
me? I'm
starting
like,
to
have you guys
develop for her
eaten
best
dinner
friend,
recently? I don't think food
Jared
is good for any type of
Kirkland.
brand, to be honest. So
Jared has always
um,
believed in Miley's gifts,
if your light pierces
but
the
lately
skin,
he's struggling
yeah,
not to fantasize about sampling
like
more than
literally.
just a spoonful of batter.
But I'll always be
No
supportive
matter
of
how
my
much he
fandom
tries
and
to
to
tell
maintain
himself that
that.
Mila's
And
not
I know
for
that's
him,
so hard because
his dreams have always reached beyond
what's it
Pine
called?
Ridge.
The algorithm
You
dictates
can't deny this new spark
so
between
quickly.
them.
Like you just watch one clip or click on one post on
Myla
YouTube before you know it, your
embodies
entire
Pine
algorithm
Ridge,
is gone.
and Jared
So
wants to
it's
break
very hard
free.
to see that. I'd rather just
How
stay on
can either of them
Instagram.
move on knowing
I'd rather stay on
the love of
Instagram,
their life
to
has
be
been
honest.
right
I like
under their
Instagram.
nose
Um,
all
the reels
along?
there are very funny. Also, hello, Mike. My eyebrows here. Take 4 deep breaths and you'll be fine. Scream or punch the wall and you'll be golden. I just usually force
So,
the
if
door.
it's just,
Usually what I do.
if you're bored,
Um,
you
Being
could
nice
spend
and
$3
bitching.
and
Okay.
spend an
Can I
entire
be honest?
day enjoying this.
I am tired. I
Actually, a
know
better
it's
value
crazy.
than a movie, isn't it?
Bitching, being happy. Me being at peace. Me not raising my stress levels. So, but I'll let you guys know if I end up ever deleting the app. We'll see. Beat up Arthur. Yesterday he did tell me, he did come up to me yesterday, and he goes, do you want to fight me? And I said, always. And then he just stared at me, and I said, but we're not doing MMA. We're hitting back today, so.
These little
My
poppers.
Twitter is perfect. Mine is just streaming stuff. Like, that's all mine is. Mine is nothing but streaming related stuff, so. Streaming related stuff, and then, random, street fight videos. So, who really knows? Anyway, chat, let me open up a tab real
Chicken
quick.
number 66.
Man, I really do need
Bloody
an
Mary
algorithm
and Double
algorithm.
Special
My
Music
cramps, I
for
don't
the
know what
Wolves.
it is. I'm
Oh,
literally not
buddy.
supposed to start my
Oh,
period
wow.
for like
February 22nd,
12 whole days,
2025.
and so it actually makes
This is
no
from 10
sense
months ago.
that I'm cramping, but it just has a
11
heartbeat.
months
The
ago.
only thing that other
What's the
things is
date today?
Despero that
Oh,
we got
yeah.
this morning. I don't
Wow,
know,
this
dude.
is,
Despero's
the
like,
sheet's been here on the
I
floor.
got the Despero's, and then now my stomach and I've been cramping this whole time. Imagine I accidentally turned lactose intolerant. I will cry, please. Please. Early periods can be
Yep,
so stressful.
I'm clean.
Honestly, Chad, I'm not. I'm
Yep, I'm getting stuff done
I feel like
today.
I've been doing a really good job managing my
I'm
stress.
starting this new year out right.
Very good. And then back to home for stream. No, we will be doing the stream here today. Just the easiest kind
My
of way.
little flapper broke off
Hanging
my
out.
binder.
Hanging out. There you go.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Ethan.
Oh
Thank
my
you so
goodness.
much. I appreciate that, and thank you for your
Where
resub.
did I purchase this
Um,
at?
yeah, no, I feel like I've been doing really well with managing my stress.
Oh
Going to
boy.
the gym consistently.
This is a historical
Going
thing.
for 2 days off with a
Look, the day when you went to the day when you went shopping and there it was. That's how you know if something's fresh or not. I don't know how the quality of the meats they're serving. Like at least this way you know what you're eating, right? This goes my historical studies section. British American Language Dictionary. This is American to British. Because apparently British don't understand American. B BEEN. A gathering to perform some task, either in cooperation or in competition. A spelling bee in school is a contest. A knitting bee is a joint venture to provide a new mother with a set of baby clothes. As a neighborly cooperative effort, it has colonial and frontier associations. Thomas Pyle, in Words and Ways of American English, tells of an 18th century Englishman being puzzled by a sentence in a letter from an American cousin. The cellar of our new house was dug by a bee in a single day. Hmm. Black-eyed Susan, N. A North American wildflower of genus Rudbeckia, with dark brown center and yellowish petals. Colonial, adjective, pertaining to the first 3 quarters of the 18th century in America, when Britain ruled the 13 colonies, or the styles of that period, e.g., colonial style furniture. What's the difference between e.g. and I.e.? I mean, E.I. I.E. Oh, you said there's viz, e.g., I.e., and I don't know what any of them mean. I just know it means like it's, well, I'm not the most educated as far as grammar. Chuck wagon, and in the, I mean, now I'm assuming, in the West, a wagon carrying provisions for cowboys or farmhands. Chutzpah, and colossal nerve, a Yiddish word. See entry for stag. The ch is pronounced as authority. Chutzpah, chutzpah, stag. Ooh, wait, there's one. Jip, and cheat, swindle. Used lightheartedly or for small matters. Neil, you gypped me out of a point. You have 16 and I have 11. From Goodbye Columbus by Philip Roth. Let me get to the stag here. Stag, adjective. Without a girl partner at a social event. Going stag to a dance means without a girl. Chutzpah, chutzpah, chutz, that throaty H. Chutzpah, chutzpah, is going, chutzpah is going stag to a wife swapping party. Contemporary joke. Just, uh, now let's see. Let's go check out the British to American. I understand most American. Bushel, N. 2000 219 cubic inches against an American bushel's 2,150. 69 more inches? A bushel. Butchers and look at something as in let's have a look. Let's have a butcher's at it. Rhyming slang. Butcher's hook. Oh, the rhyming slang. Byword and household word, often standing for something as in his name was a byword for dishonesty. Henry. Oh, bum and ass, rectum. This word goes back at least 500 years, but over the past 10, its use among adults has dwindled as the American meaning takes over. The school children still use it. At least there are not so many puerile jokes now about the confusion of the two meanings. Bum boy and homosexual partner, an insulting term. Bump and documentation. Though people who use the word blithely don't realize it, it comes from an old army term, bum fodder, meaning usable as toilet paper. I like education. I like being educated.
He must be outside now. Whatever. Um, Julia, my gray parrot is listening to and looking at the monitor. Hi, little gray parrot.
Math.
Cover like some
I have a math collection going on someplace.
amazing. I know excited. I do think that
Ooh,
guys is
I
going
never did.
on.
I never did call back the.
A friend of mine did reach out to me. She goes, hey, can I get
I
some
had a
information for us?
mysterious
And I
like
said, absolutely.
401k letter
I
from
just pulled it
somebody I've
up
never worked for.
when somebody was sent to my PO box. It has
Oh,
to go through under my
this
name,
is
or
lost
they
asset.
will not put it in my
Yes,
PO box. They will hold it in the background.
Blank and
They will
blank,
not.
blank and
They
Associates
will
has
not tell
uncovered
me that
assets
something has been
owing to
delivered.
the above
Because
referenced
they
court
make it
owner,
seem that
who
that
at one
means
time was
something
associated with
wrong
the
with your
above reported
PO
address.
box or address or whatever. So
We estimate the value of the assets to
this
be
pile might not be
$500 and
mine.
are currently available
Now,
to claim through our firm.
I do not know.
We are contacting you as our research
Technically, though,
indicates
they don't
that you
sell
may be rightful
those
owner or heir.
here. The color is nine. I'm
Here,
being so honest. I wish I
here,
could help you. These are not mine. These were just a
H-E-I-R.
random headset probably bought
Heir,
8 years ago. You know.
heir.
Mr. Arthur will check his PO box to get the gift
Is
that
that
he
what
sent
we
me.
are? We all
Sure,
heirs?
I'll
Like
start annoying
mistakes?
him.
ERROR.
No, I think
Oh, you're an heir.
it's from Nick.
Oh, what did I get?
Oh my god, guys, I'm not even gonna lie. I I am suffering right now because I'm cramping so badly. Um, I'm actually dying.
Okay, this is work related stuff.
I'm not doing okay. Oh my god. Whew. So I'm sorry if my energy is a little bit off today. I'm just hoping, Arthur, if you are listening in the voice, please, whenever you're home, please find me, like, I need like an extra strength ibuprofen. Or I don't know if there's Midol here. Please.
Mm-hmm.
I know that this house has them. I just don't know where it's at, and I'm not gonna like. I'm wearing this coat, but
Hey,
I'm
what
also
is
wearing
this
this
that,
coat because
that
my
people are
skin hurts,
using this
and
like weird? I never
like
heard of
I'm
this.
gonna
Looks
have to
like
sweat. I mean, like so much
Adol,
pain right now.
Adderall.
100%. It's been like
Like, look how much it's worth. Look how much this book's worth.
um
This is a rare book. I got on this website. Look how much this website is selling it. This book is worth.
so fun stream where it's kind of hanging out with Pat. Yeah, like that.
You wanna
I
come
think
down?
we'll go ahead and we'll do the PO box opening.
I'm not on drugs. I'm not on drugs. Man, I'm not telling you, man. I get it from doctor. I get it from doctor. I'm not out there on the streets. What are you talking about? I'm on drugs. No, I'm not. I got this from a doctor.
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do that next. I have five lovely boxes. Oh, I'm dying. Please, somebody save me. Okay. Arthur said he's gonna bring some Midol. Thank God. I don't know what it is. Woo, it's fine. Will we really be dying to for the month for the privilege of being able to create life? Isn't that a fucking scam? Oh my gosh. If I could get, if I swear, if I could be reborn into a man, I would. I really would. I don't like all of the pros of being a woman. They are overshadowed by the ability to have children. First of all, that's great and all, but like, what about the women that didn't have medicine in back in the day?
See, how long have I been no chatters? Have I gotten any viewers? Did I get any viewers? Where's the metrics thing on here? Yeah, I just have like a little laptop set up, so now I won't worry about it. Once we get a preview out for this movie, I'm sure we'll have some chatters by then. They'll be like, "Hey man, I heard you're a big Hollywood producer." And I'd be like, "Gotta be hard. We're not a Hollywood man. I'm not a Hollywood producer. I'm a bumsticks producer." Oh wow, I thought it was later than it was. I've got like an hour and a half till I need to go anywhere. Uh, probably should drink some water.
Liberal style of making people feel like they have freedom when they technically kind of don't, right? And as long as you're the dominant power, you can have free speech. As long as you're the dominant power, you can have a guy like Hassan Piker talk shit about the president. Because I don't represent a significant enough threat to the powers that be. Capital is so domineering and so powerful that it doesn't matter. I can be one of the top Amazon content creators on a platform that Jeff Bezos owns and then be the single largest donator to the Amazon labor union. Even though it was private initially and then it was leaked. So now I can talk about it. Right? Because that's how much power capital has. I don't know if humanity has been told to put it over at 90%. That's not how humanity works. It never worked that way. Be a bit more skeptical. Everyone thinks about everyone. Even against something totally perfect. Be 10% of the population. We contrarians are bitter. Monolithic opinion is next to impossible. Okay. The point is that regardless of like how high this score is, it's
July
so
7th,
much higher than every
2013.
That's my
Made Hindi alphabet flashcards.
Maybe it turns out.
Fanny Lou.
Maybe it turns out.
Amor sincero.
People perceive as like the best
Una
possible form of
trabaste mi
government.
amor.
Democracy is the best possible.
Oh
form
yeah,
of
yeah.
government.
But I took Spanish. I went for my Spanish schools. My professor, she was having me like she said it's very helpful to listen to music and translate the translate music.
China, of course, is much more successful than all these other countries, and therefore it outperforms all these other countries. You understand?
Si siquiera fue tunando destino, su merienda, merienda, video hay illusion. Si la vida que pinta de mi favor.
And delude themselves into thinking that like American democracy actually cares about your perspective in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I haven't. I like many of my projects. I stopped studying. There's my Hindi alphabet.
But like the average person living in mainland China that you are never going to hear from,
Ha, ha,
believes that
ga,
the
ga,
Chinese Party, whether they're correct or
nya,
not, doesn't matter. But they believe
cha,
that the Communist
ja,
Party of China
ja, ja,
represents the wishes of
nya,
the masses.
ta,
They
da,
believe that the Chinese
da,
Revolution
da,
and
da,
the People's
da,
Republic
da,
of China and the implementation
na,
of communism in China
da, da,
was a way
da, 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 ha, ba, ba, ma, ja, ra, la, ba, ja, 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 na, ga, ga.
That's how they see it.
Oh, and this is
That is how they see it.
what is this? See, that was only 2 pages, and I put this notebook away and didn't use it again.
Let's get back to our democracy now.
I only have 3 pages filled out in this thing. Oh, I was trying to match up like Congress people to CT Exchanges Corporation. Yeah, I don't know. This is Matt Gates, Emmanuel Jacobo, Bob Gosar, Gladys Aquilera, Andy Harris, Vivian Imperial. Andy Biggs. Anyway. There's like the agents and their representatives. There's a weird notebook. A couple notebooks. Oh, funny times. This can go with the high grass news or whatever. Some of the thing, these people like comment. Governor Abbott. When a shooting occurs, instantly composes boilerplate statement of condolence that sounds just as sincere as any actual GOP wants a lesson in cryptos. I can do a theoretical lesson in cryptos and NFTs. He said NFTs aren't worth anything or something. But what if you want to work with a comic who's like trick talk, Dan Crenshaw gets down, generates song and dance culture where talking points to run out the clock on the public's engagement with the latest tragedy. Democrats want to politicize guns while ignoring the real threat of Bud Light marketing to trans people.
No, brother, that's awesome. Oh my god, that is fucking awesome. Holy shit. Walter both asked about foreign country and Harry's vetting for himself CNN. Oh, because he went to China. Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it again. We'll go back to the Josh Shapiro story because I covered it briefly yesterday and I think it's really fucking stupid.
Flyer for our gallery.
You can see how I can see with your signs in various restaurants. I am the most jealous man in the United States.
Robert's Rules of Order Simplified. I like these things. I get this at Office Max or I think I got this from Office Max. They had a rack full of condensed notes.
There ain't no Hassan signs anywhere. You know what I mean? At most we got a Hassan.
More study stuff from my church. Off the Constitution and church notes.
Yeah, it's for likely for living overseas. They ask a version of this question on the SS86. You literally just know anyone.
No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years and been 7 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of that state in which he shall be chosen. I mean, I'm just reading that. I'm just reading this over and over. Does that mean actually we have to draft a representative from another state? How can if they're not supposed to be an inhabitant of this state?
The Hassan Piker fan club that get together did not
How does that work?
to attend a fan meeting.
Oh, if we want to bring one of our people back, maybe one of our people's hiding out in another state.
Why is that weird?
Well, my representative, I just sent the newspaper. He just died during surgery. So we have a vacancy to fill. Be interesting how Governor Newsom's going to do this. Sorry, that's a power outage. My dad used to call. I like Gavin Gruesome better. Yeah, my dad called him Gavin Gruesome. Trump's the one who calls him Newsom or something.
Domestic control. I never talked about fucking Chinese companies having the exact same fucking horrible work conditions or just having a very hands-off attitude about what takes place in countries beyond their loans and beyond their development. This is what's so frustrating about it. Everybody always fucking has this like idiotic approach where it's like, oh, when you said something, you said something that I'm not used to hearing about China. So you must be unconditionally and uncritical about like, how China operates. I don't like China for some weird like spiritual reason. Okay. I like what the Chinese government has done for the Chinese people. I want the American government to do that for the American people. Do you understand me? If the Chinese government, for example, tomorrow decided we are actually implementing tremendous reforms, we're going to let all the fucking billionaires that are part of the party
October
run
22,
the country.
2025.
We're abolishing the standing committee. It's over. We are doing full-blown capitalism. We are going to do extraction of natural resources in the global south in the exact same way the Western world is doing. We are going to do what America's doing. I would say fuck China. Okay.
I already did, but I'll keep that flyer out.
But that's it.
Like, the mail thing. So I need to turn off the paper statements. I think they charge me $5 every time they one of these
Yeah,
things.
it's like you spoke favorably of Mamdani. Does that mean you approve of the Children's Hospital strike? Exactly. Oh, you like Zohran Mamdani as mayor of New York? Well, you must have loved the move bombing. You see how fucking stupid that sounds? You see how fucking dumb that sounds?
Wednesday, October 15th.
Oh, you like Eugene Debs? Oh, you like Bernie Sanders? Well, I guess you also like that the founders were slavers, huh? I guess you love chattel
Northern Sky
slavery.
Bright. It's a
No,
projector
I don't
supposed to
actually.
put stuff on the ceiling. I have many of these such items.
What is so frustrating with my analysis is that I apply a consistent logic
Country
to
Bill blessings.
China as I do to America.
More
For
church
example, I
stuff.
say the American Revolution was good. Okay? That doesn't
Oh,
mean
that's a lot of church stuff.
it was perfect, or that doesn't mean that the American Revolution again, the British Empire was a good thing. Okay, it was a good thing.
Oh, Gramps.
It gave America sovereignty and independence.
How long can this feud go on?
Okay, from remaining a settler colonial state that was completely controlled by the British Empire. Okay, but that doesn't mean that the slavers that did it were good people overall. I have the capacity to see the good and bad in historical figures. When I talk about Mao Zedong, for example, I'm not
Animator
defending
site, that digest.
the
How safe is your
Cultural
food?
Revolution, or I'm not defending.
It's 2004. It's funny, like the reaction I get when I start, hey, you remember history? Oh, this is 2004 presidential election. Does anybody know who that guy is?
Yeah, I love Mao Zedong. I fucking hate pharaohs, dude. I hate them. We need to do a pharaoh genocide ASAP. That's why I like Mao Zedong. Fuck the birds.
I imagine this is just like you going around all the different stores in the Bohemian area of San Francisco. There's the other little independent shops, and there's Fat Freddy's cat. I mixed this up with Fritz the cat. Fritz the cat is different than Fat Freddy's.
China is literally doing all the things you claim they're not. You're a Chinese boy, I swear to God. 52 months subscribers. Is what I would say before
The
taking
dog who rescues cats.
Hey, God damn it, dude. Stop fucking baiting me, bro. Stop.
The dog that rescues cats. Jenny at the beach.
Okay.
Jenny and I often take late night walks on the beach near my home. The ocean beach is quiet and beautiful after dark. Even the waves seem a lot more gentle than they are during the day when they pound at the shore. They just seem to roll upon the sand at night. The skies are very clear, and there are more stars twinkling in the heavens than you'd ever imagine. Until you've seen the Atlantic Ocean by moonlight, you can't possibly understand how awesome it is. It's overwhelming. The beach is one of Ginny's favorite places on earth. Something about all that open expanse of sand turns her into a puppy again. As soon as her paws hit the beach, she runs around cheerfully, making figure eights like an ice skater. She dashes forward in a straight line, turns at right angle, and runs back in a diagonal toward me. She wheels right around and goes back in the opposite direction until she has actually traced a figure eight in the sand. She gets rid of a lot of her pent-up energy this way, and you never saw an animal at a better time. But first, she always runs towards the ocean, stops to take a good look, then rushes back to me before she gets her feet wet, even though she seems to be fascinated by the ocean and the waves caressing her. Dogs dig. There's an instinct that I'm sure goes back to their most primitive existence before they were domesticated, when they had to bury their leftover prey so that other hungry dogs wouldn't find it. Jenny really enjoys digging ditches in the she's moving busily, as though she were doing something of the greatest possible importance. Jenny is very energetic, so her ditches are long and deep. She loves to get down inside them and have me cover her with sand. She wriggles all over with excitement, and then she digs herself out and has me start the game all over again. One night I saw a jogger on the beach who suddenly just disappeared as though by magic. It turned out he had fallen into one of Jenny's ditches. Fortunately, the sand is soft and he wasn't hurt. I apologized to him, and when he saw Jenny's little face looking so anxious, he forgave her on the spot. Florence Nightingale, her wit and wisdom. Women should have the suffrage. I think no one can be more deeply convinced than I, but it will be years before we obtain suffrage for women. And in the meantime, there are evils which press harder on women than the want of the suffrage. Until a married woman can be in possession of her own property, there can be no love or justice. Regulations for women are usually made by men who are incapable of devising suitable regulations for women. Spirit of the Chinese character. Like, oh my goodness. Anyway, it's like this is how to write Chinese characters. Pretty, like, it makes me want one of those calligraphy sets at Barnes and Nobles. I show ADHD and hyperactive. Well, a lot of people think I'm a sloth, and yet the mind can't focus. Why? Here we have the war commentaries of Caesar. I have to keep restarting this one so I forget where I left off. As for the boys, who are known for their outstanding fighting qualities, the Agwe asked to be allowed to settle them in their own country. I granted their request. The Adaway gave them land and later made them full citizens with the same rights and privileges that they enjoyed themselves. I was shown some documents written in Greek script which had been found in the Helvetian camp. They turned out to be a complete list of the names of all those who had taken part in the migration and were able to bear arms. There were also separate lists of the children, old men, and women. The grand total came to 368,000 and was made up of 263,000 Helvetii, 36,000 Tolengi, 14,000 Latobrigi, 23,000 Rarorachi, and 32,000 Boy. There were 92,000 men capable of bearing arms. In my order, the census was taken of those who returned to their homes, and the number was found to be 110,000. But there'd be more like warring and stuff. Just, and I run a count. I ordered a count and did a count and thought, oh, how computers work. Input output devices. Uh, Keyboards and cathode ray tubes are so common you can't imagine a PC without them. I think I can imagine a computer without a cathode ray tube. Let's see what year this is. This came from the Oakland Temple. The Oakland Temple. Second edition by Ron White. Copyright 1993 and 1995. Just give me a second. I'm gonna check my. Sorry. Sometimes I just get curious. Oakland Temple grounds. Wow. So this came from there? The Temple of Tech? What temple is this? It just says temple. The temple? I collect books in a weird way. I like to research not only the book, but where the book came from, the history of this book. This one, so I have in the other room a collection of historical computer books. I'm not going to show this. This is a special one for the Skullinators. The Cruiser's Companion, Oklahoma Route 66. Where would this be sold? Like someplace along the route, I suppose. First printing April 92, 1992. Second printing May 1992. Third printing November 1992. Fourth printing October 1993. Copyright 1992 by Jim Ross. All rights reserved. No part of this book may be reproduced for a purpose about the okay, well, sending the, see, you think you're giving somebody free advertising, but then it's this. No, no Texas Paul. Anyway, I'm gonna put this with my map. Uh-oh. Oh, radio. Oh. Oh, Italia. Traveler's map of Italy. What year is this? I think it came out of the National Geographic.
told him that the eye had been inoculated with the virus of gonorrhea and that no human skill could possibly save its victim. The man protested angrily that this could not be, as he had not been exposed to this contagion. The doctor insisted that he could not.
Human activities have dramatically altered natural ecosystems in the Amu-Darura Basin. Extensive water diversions for irrigation from the Amu-Darura and the Sire-Darura contributed to the shrinking and collapse of the Aral Sea. Right there, so it's like Turkmenistan Gutterdom. It's so interesting, like look at the names on maps. The Sire-Darura.
Where a husband and father who was suffering from this disease was followed by his wife and children in their evening nap.
Old computer gamer magazines. What that was how computers work.
Should the disease be communicated to his wife during the period of her expected motherhood, Turtle Biden's
So like this one this old brochure from a fundraiser.
Unless the virus is immediately removed and to guard against this possible danger, the eyes of the newborn and are the first to receive attention.
Realms of Fantasy. June 2003. Fantasy art inspired by the novels of H. Rider Haggard.
They think themselves entirely cured, but yet retain in their bodies remnants of disease. The presence of
These are interesting little things.
Only to be discovered by a careful microscope. Alright, I'm gonna get this up.
That was the
It sounded like fucking Dr. Evil for a second.
very inexpensive digital camera. It looked like apparently I took the instruction thing out, or I'm supposed to look the instructions online. I can't find the charging port. It's like we're just saying I can't find the charging port on it.
Okay, let me begin.
I know I must have a charging port because I charged it before. Ooh, a Smithsonian magazine from 1984. What was the big card?
Yet retain in their bodies remnants of the disease, the presence of which can only be discovered by a careful microscopical examination. In writing of such cases, an eminent physician says,
the car that would outperform the entire industry.
how often do specialists with female
Mercury Cougar.
wives after the first few weeks of marriage? Sickly and in failing health.
Lincoln Mercury Division Ford. Huh?
Another physician remarked, this disease has a power of infection which is remarkable.
Let's put all the historical stuff over there.
It is an everyday experience for many. In fact, it's 5 or 10 years.
Oh, look, there's a travel guide for Texas. Anybody interested in traveling Texas?
Except their young wives soon after
I
marriage.
think they're just trying to trick us to trap us there. I noticed a lot of Texans leaving Texas. Cruise the Boogie Woogie Highway. Oh, Boogie.
Young wife is not temporary, but permanent. Many in a rouse in the
Palo Duro Canyon.
has gone to his physician and he bemoans the condition of his endowed wife, but little dreaming that
Get in the hamlet, a weekend getaway at the community college.
never for one moment supposing that with
Travel.
his wife would be the helpful, beautiful young girl who he had induced to become his wife. A single illustration of the practice, Dr. Lodenhouse will suffice. J.D. contracted gonorrhea in the following year.
More church notes.
Discharge lasted for 6 weeks and then almost ceased. Strength campaign. Ooh. So
Bag of comic books. Oh wait, these aren't all comic books. Little history thing. It's a Panama Canal booklet. What's this one? Oh. Ooh, it's like a little Simon Schuster over in the other room.
I'm coming. I realize that this is something I need to do more often. Like, I think I could do this for a living.
Ooh, Lois Lane. Lois Lane, the Resistance. I haven't even opened this one yet.
I have to start at the beginning of the paragraph. That's the rule. Wait, I laughed. Did I get this up? I did. There is no lack of authority upon this point, and the status feature is that in a large percentage of cases, the position of the young wife is not temporary but permanent. Many an aroused and disturbed young husband has gone to his
A book in French that I can't read. Maybe someday.
but little dreaming that he
Hier updated if the Zerbinet.
never for one moment supposing
Carrier de Leandre de
his wife was the
Ayasente.
healthy, beautiful young girl whom he had induced to become his wife. A single illustration from the practice of Dr. Lodenhart will suffice. Jamie contracted gonorrhea in the fall of the year. Discharge lasted for 6 weeks and then almost 2. Drank champagne during the Christmas holidays and discharge reappeared. Continued for several months and then became scarcely more
More
than
newspapers.
this kept up sometimes
Let's
slightly
gallery
worse,
show. Oh, I haven't put this one. I forgot to look at that.
Then he married.
January 7th. Not January 7th.
2 months after marriage, his wife had an attack of acute ovaritis and pelvic peritonitis, and 10 years
December
into their
31st.
life, they finally have surgical operation.
I like this. You know, this is the most walkable this area's been. I can't actually get over to this side of the thing.
And found to contain the knock-up gonococcus.
Yeah, this is amazing. You know how long it's been since I've been able to like get over this part of my living room?
That a man is not alone in suffering.
Well, I think this is more like the weight. Would this be the dining? Yeah, this would be the dining room technically. There's a much bigger room on the other side over around the counter. Much bigger. I just haven't taken my YouTube crowd over there because it's I can't. If I was streaming on my cell phone where I could walk around with it, it'd be different.
The average period of time for appearance daily is 6 months, and constant increasing treatment calls for treatment extending over.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3/4 Strange New World, Discovery, Lower Decks apparently is good, but it's animated. And then there was a Prodigy one with Janeway that people like. But really, Discovery and Strange New World have been pretty fun. Okay, so at least that's good one that you've already got. Why not try this? Like, why not try to like bring in that old niche crowd and try to make some good? Like, try to make hard, right? Oh well, Picard was a blue stuff. Right. Right? Yeah, like, it wasn't supposed to be that great. Right. Right. Yeah, the last report was that after this, they're moving away from Kirsten and Davy to be unconnected. Now, that it's too late. I would hope. Yeah. Well, it might be. Well, no, like to Badger's point, we said earlier, you make 3 good projects in a row and you're back. But you got to make them good. They can't just be on page. All right, that one was okay. No, they got to be better. Banger, banger. Yeah, they got to be 3 great, amazing. Okay, now you got the culture back. Now you got people checking in for it. I wouldn't check for it. Like, why would you? Oh, they made one good season of The Mandalorian, but then they followed it up with a social season, and they followed that up with a trash season. So it's like, yeah, I don't care about The Mandalorian. I'm not excited for the movie because they can't sustain it. All right, that's the thing about these franchises. They were able to sustain success with solid, great storytelling over a long period of time. That's how they got the buy your shit when you just flip it and do a 180. Trying to get a quote. Yeah, what do we think of Holly Hunter, and what do we think? This is from the red carpet premiere in New York. It's an unfortunate, like, still, but what do we think of Holly Hunter? I'm gonna maybe now to take that still one first. The woman who, the actress who played Aurora, she's very good actress. What are our thoughts?
I think Holly Hunter is a great actress who wanted a paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she is literally phoning it in.
Yeah. No, she's. I think she's too professional about her role. I think she's embraced the role. That's what it feels like.
I don't know, man. I think she's phoning it in.
That's the face she made when we said women has ruined every single product.
I don't think ruined. I mean, based on the photo, I'll just, leave it there.
All I kept hearing was Elastigirl. I just kept hearing Elastigirl. Another great example. She's really pretty, and the Florida is supposed to be fucking hot. Like always, cute and they pick all her hair off. And
that actress who plays Uhura is objectively an attractive woman.
Oh no, yeah.
On the show, they also find all the women in these shows. They really, because you see them on the red carpet, they're dressed very sexy, attractive, but then you see them, it's crazy. So,
You know what it feels like? It feels like Starfleet Academy feels like watching like a live action of like Dragon Age Sailor, right? Like that's what it feels like. Like I was there, yeah. Yeah. It's like a live action version of that where all the women are bad, atrocious, and most likely LGBTQ of some kind. And all the guys are particularly safe.
It's just that in one comic, it's the main character is in shape and straight.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Right.
Well, actually funny, because all of this stuff just does feel like fan fiction. Just like my sisters, they have a company where they actually books that are basically like the lady smut stuff, the books, and they talk about how they do
It's a bag full of maps.
and they constantly are having customers come after the
I think I got these for free
because the women on the covers aren't
because the thrift store didn't really know how to price them. They didn't even know they had them. Well, they knew they had them. They were stocking the books.
Blaine, when you say they,
Sonoma Valley and vicinity.
They don't really describe the main character and how she looks, whatever, and the reason they do that is so the women reading
It's an old map.
themselves onto that character. That's why a lot of the women who are getting upset that the character on the front isn't fat enough is because it's not giving a big description of the main character in the book, so they're just projecting themselves onto it, and they're like, did they drag me?
Yeah, so any fat ass can imagine themselves, banging a minotaur, right? I mean,
well, a lot of people are saying that this is the Acolyte to Star Trek. That the Acolyte did for Star Wars, Starfleet Academy would do. And it's just that, I mean, anecdotally, people don't care as much. The views are not as big on the review videos.
It's like I'm not brand of oil.
The Acolyte was the final nail that led
Bad report,
Star
Jeff.
Wars universe.
Bang.
A Star Trek
Rockstar.
last
Yeah, it's just copying the funnier video.
They're gonna start rolling up clips.
Energy wasn't there, huh?
Clips
I just don't feel like yelling today.
on Thursday, the new episode. But I get some sense that people aren't even outraged. It's just checked out.
Dude, I enjoyed Acolyte a lot more than I enjoyed Starfleet Academy.
The Acolyte was what, 2022,
Never watched any of that. I have not watched any of that product. Probably because Drew was over and he asked, how can you live like this? And it's really hard to explain when it's so housing insecure because you don't know if this place can be like evicted, like it's month to month. It's been month to month for like years without any kind of stability. Ooh, there it is. I do have it. Where's that other one go? Where did the Jesus Christ Superstar go? These go together.
But yeah, I did a couple of videos. I did a couple of videos that did fairly well on this, but I just don't have
Oh
the
my
energy.
goodness.
I
It's
just don't have the
Roblox.
energy to keep going, man. It's frustrating. I watched something that there's no witches episodes yet.
There's another one. I don't know if you've ever heard of I don't know if you ever heard of Ross. It's like a discount clothes and it's mostly known for clothes, I think, but they have other items there. Ross, yes, dress for less. Ross dress for less. Well, there was a time they had these they had upside down. They had like these tomato growers, but there was like this upside down vertical grow for apartment dwellers and people with limited space. So you can, yeah, the big chain grocery stores fear the indoor farmer. They fear the indoor farmer.
Yeah, I think it's very
On sale in the Built Direct shop in celebration of our
What do we have over here? Oh, it's cold. Ooh, a city map. Start out with the maps.
there you are, folks. Doing shop.builtdirect.com. All right, let's go to comments for this. So we have more topics.
Sometimes I accumulate so much stuff. I accumulate so much stuff at thrift stores. It's like shopping therapy without really breaking the budget. This is the connoisseurs menu guide. The non-connoisseurs menu guide to ordering and enjoying French, Italian, and Spanish Latin American cuisine. David Diacrix. Ooh, the French the French drink a great deal of coffee. After dinner, after all the desserts are eaten, coffee is commonly served with an after-dinner drink and a cigar. In French restaurants in the United States, you won't have to wait until dessert is cleared to get your coffee. You can have it alongside your dessert. If you expect coffee to dessert in France, go ahead and ask for it, but accept some sort of disapproval from the server, even to the point of ignoring your request. They like to stick to their customs. The coffee drunk at night is often espresso, but with a lighter roast dubbed French roast than the very dark roast used in Italy. Espresso is a method of making coffee fast, as the name suggests. Hot water under pressure is forced through the coffee to produce a strong cup of coffee. Just as likely as coffee made by the espresso method is filtered coffee, again using a French roast. In some places, you may be served a plunger type coffee maker known as a French press at the table. Oh, I have one, but I haven't used it yet. Cafe au lait, cappuccino, and cafe creme are breakfast beverages in France, not generally offered at night. French restaurants in the United States commonly offer such coffees, just as just as they offer regular American coffee. Okay, well, how do I order it? Oh, here it is. Cooking terms and techniques, miscellaneous culinary lingo. Appoint, apoa, apoa, rare as in steak. Assiette, assiette, plate, assiette. Hmm. Bon appetit, bon appetit, bon appetit. Enjoy your meal. It literally means good appetite. The appropriate response is merci. Well, that's boring. Still, oh yeah, put it in my cookbook collection. In the shadow of Aaron, parables from farm life in Welsh mountains. It's funny. I have another book, and it deals with the islands of Aaron, the Aran Islands. Really interesting. Like very interesting. Such a small little piece of land that Britain is, and yet the many different people. More of my like heritage association stuff. Fundamentals of poetry. A lot of these books I need to move into the other room. Tubes Trains is a tourist guide to London, little street guide of London.
Why don't exporters oppose tariffs? The natural question arises, why don't foreign exporters cut their prices, making access to the liquid U.S. market?
Danny Salazar.
Help with some habits. Alternative markets exist. U.S.
Sports cars.
is a large market.
Danny Balthazar. Salazar. Danny Balthazar. Danny Salazar.
Median export data confirms this. Median exports maintain their prices across all destinations, suggesting they're able to find alternative buyers for goods no longer sold in the U.S. Cutting prices may not help. Even if an exporter cuts prices, they 50% tariff is extremely difficult to overcome through price concessions. True. An exporter would need to cut their price by 1/3 just to offset a 50% tariff. The margin cut is likely to be down.
This is on cable, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of these programs have YouTube channels. Yeah, I'm just not that interested in searching through YouTube to find stuff. And that's not different. I channel surf through YouTube like I used to channel surf through cable. There's my, I'll put it on Facebook card. Oh my goodness.
Consumers are the ultimate bearers of the burden, whether through higher prices on imported goods, higher prices on domestically produced goods, use imported
Take better care of these. I got this in a letter when I was my first. My friend sent me the Christmas card from. Oh my goodness, these Cub Scouts waiting for Daddy return. All these kids waiting for their dads to come back. Merry Christmas from Pack 3715. What kind of mental problems these kids have. Get my PC cleaned up, my desktop, and maybe put in the crystal keys. The crystal key. You know how many? Oh, when PC games. Oh my goodness. The days we go to a place like Best Buy and well, the amount of gay PC games. Then they made games for like everything. The same games for Xbox, Sony PlayStation. Still, I remember the gaming PCs used to be really big.
Would this essentially be a tax? No, because it only selectively applies to some goods. That's like random varying rates that really the president wakes up and has a fucking idea.
Hopefully, I had some homework. Like I had Bible study on this week, and we got homework last week. I don't know if I still. This is from yesterday. Oh my goodness, what did I do with my homework? Little, where did I get this at? It's a little crocheted, or I think it's a little crocheted. This is in cooking instructions. I got a little. Somebody made they're selling these little pouches where you could do a baked potato in the microwave, and unfortunately, mine caught on fire the second time I used it. I think it actually says like you put it in where it's wet. Something happened that it like started burning. Bag full of flashlight, latex glove, receipt. Well, oh yeah, I don't have it. I bought Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. I had it before. I probably gave it away to Goodwill or something. Oh, somebody out at the store dropped their list. Canned soap, milk, cereal, prune juice, bread, barbecue chips, storage box, peach cereal, mushrooms. Receipt. I have receipt bags that way. More receipts. Bang Peach Mango, 16 ounce. SDX coffee plus energy vanilla, or Starbucks like and bananas. The banana. What big is this? June 21st, 2020. Yeah, I just received it. Then again, I have all the receipts. Another glove to match that one. Then I have another glove here. I wear those latex gloves. All the things that COVID did really got the latex glove look normalized. Rewrite November 16, 2025. Rewrite SF City Charter. Why do they want to rewrite the city charter? Does the current one not allow stuff like high-rise buildings or something? For many of us, focusing on a task is difficult when we're working in a chaotic and disorganized space. Cluttered room, cluttered mind, as they say. They're talking to me. I think they're talking to me. The same is true for the government. We even have rules and laws that are messy and conflicting. Solutions to intractable problems can easily become obscured by towering piles of bureaucracy. Here in San Francisco, our rulebooks are a hoarder's house of clutter. Francisco's charter is akin to a constitution. It outlines central rules and principles for governing our joint city and county. But over decades, this document has become filled with so much legal ephemera that it now spans 548 pages, the longest of any city in the country. I've got news for San Francisco. I went to my city hall and asked for a copy of the city codes and rules. They kind of they said there's so many pages. There's so many pages. It would be like a room full. If we print out my city's rules and regulations, those stacks of papers, apparently they would fill a room. That's way more than 558 or 548. But maybe it's different. Maybe yeah, it's probably different. See, the Constitution, the 548, they probably give authorization to all the departments to keep writing. And we're not limited by the amount of paper anymore. I think limiting us is the will. The report that Charter for Change makes 10 key recommendations that Spur argues would also be incorporated into November 20. Popovich, like, oh my goodness. See, there's this thing by the rule by sports ball. It said which is the most popular sports ball rulers. We've been invaded. So, oh my goodness, Texas. Texas is on the march. With someplace, I skipped where what SPURT acronym stands for. Oh, the urban think tank SPUR. Okay, larger changes are needed. In a form, the heart of a report released Monday by the urban think tank SPUR. The report dubbed Charter for Change makes 10 key recommendations that SPUR argues should be incorporated into the November 2026 ballot measure. Many of the recommendations reinforce those SPUR made in similar report last year that focused on improving San Francisco's governance. For example, the group argues the mayor should be given the authority to hire and fire most department heads. Some will no doubt cry foul over the idea of expanding executive power, but this is a common sense suggestion. San Franciscans largely hold the mayor responsible for the state of the city. But in the charter, the mayor has unilateral authority to appoint just 4 of the more than 50 department heads and lacks explicit authority to fire them. I don't know. It's a foreign city. I mean, foreign by the means I'm dealing with my own city problems. What happened? What happened to Drew? What happened? Maybe he is texting me since then. Mm-hmm. I start marching stuff over in the other room. This book first.
I think I'll end the live stream. He probably got a clue that heads up that I'm streaming, and he'd want to come over back to my place. I was streaming, so he does exist. That's just figment of my imagination. I mean, 2 hours is a good stream for me. So anyway, take care. Just talk to you later, probably on Twitch.